That is a very hot sausage. Oh, this is why we call him the marshmallow. Look at him from the side. Look at you. Oh, oh, oh. Marshmallow. Oh. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Wednesday has to be one of my favourite days at the house because it is usually quite a quiet one, and it's the days when I usually get to just potter in the house and do things. And I have been pottering in the greenhouse because the house is a mess. And not because it's full of people, but it's because we've got Ken and Graham here and they have been painting the downstairs hallway. And it has been going one of my favourite colours from Farrow & Ball, which is called Drop Cloth. It's what we've got in our hallway, it's what we've got in our bedroom, and it is the most beautiful, soft, beigey, muddy green colour. It is perfect to warm a space up, and we're doing something different in the basement to the rest of the house because it's just so, the ceilings are so low and it is a dark space. We've gone for a whole colour drench down there. So ceilings, walls, all of that kind of thing. And I'm about to go inside now and see it for the first time against the floor because the floor has all been covered whilst they've been painting and whilst I've been pottering out here. So before I get even more of a sweat hash, let's go inside. This view, it gets me every time. Look how pretty it looks. Ho, 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 ho. Graham, welcome to the vlog.
Hiya.
Nice sunglasses. Ken,
hello.
Welcome to the vlog.
Hiya.
You're about to do me something that makes me very, very excited, doesn't it?
Every time you come here, we're really too excited.
We're taking up the floor. Oh my goodness. So this is the first time we are seeing the new floor against the drop cloth. Oh, I love it so much. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. So you're gonna have to imagine this area with kind of like a rug and a table, and I'm thinking like maybe a gallery wall over here of like family photographs and like maps of where we've been, sort of like a memory wall, but like not like your typical family photo, just like special moments, little mementos that we've had framed, that kind of thing. Oh. I love this colour so much. Done a cracking job, Ken.
Are you happy?
Yeah. Over the blinking moon. This is my favourite bit because this is where it feels really finished. When you take the blue away. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. The little area here looks so cute. There is nothing quite like taking leftover masking tape off of the handles. The handles have absolutely transformed this space down here, and it's such a like bizarre thing. You never think that handles would make that much of a difference, but my goodness. Now the colours will look strange down here on camera because basically the camera has to balance light, so there'll be a lot of blue light coming from inside the games room because there's daylight, whereas this is artificial light. But it's really one of those things that you feel when you're down here. It just feels so different, and the colour drench has worked perfectly. I'm now sort of trying to envision what I'm going to put here. I still think pretty much the same kind of setup, probably a rug and an old sort of antique table, and then thinking about what will go on it. But yeah, so I'm thinking up here sort of like a memento wall, but a tasteful one. I don't know. I get lots and lots of questions about the staircase and what we're going to do with the staircase now that we have like painted everything. We are looking at having it ice blasted. I think it's ice blasted, and stripped back to the wood. Just the handrails and the newel posts, I think it's called, we are looking into it. We haven't decided fully yet, but we're thinking about it. And yeah, so it's so much easier for me when I'm down here and I start seeing colour on the walls and I can see. I'm just not someone that could look at a load of colours in a tray and envision it. I have to be able to sort of feel the space and then think about what we're going to need here. So yes, I need to start thinking about rugs and lights and things like that. But also we're trying to think about the understairs cupboard. I think we're going to have this grain boarded as well, but it's deciding whether we're going to put like a see-through door on there or whether we're going to make it into like an invisible door. It's just a place where we store wine. So now I need to think about what colour the games room is going to finally go. Oh my gosh, decisions. But tomorrow the wood paneling starts in here. We've got Vic coming. Vic is a very speedy worker, and we are going to start seeing this space come together. This is where I've been all afternoon, hiding in my greenhouse. Thought I'd show you a little update. It's a bit of a mess in here. I had it cleaned inside and out, and they absolutely trashed my greenhouse, and I haven't had time to put it back together. But what we do have is cucumbers. Big juicy cucumbers coming in. I'm gonna snip some of the ones that aren't coming to fruition off so that all of the energy can go into the ones that are coming to fruition, if you know what I mean. Oh, little dingle dangle. I've also bought a selection of vases out with me because I have a lot of sweet peas to pick. The light is very bright in here at the moment, and I have absolutely drenched everything with water, because one of the ways that I cool down my greenhouse in summer is I come in and I just drench the floor with the hose. Literally just the whole thing, give everything a good water, because it almost creates a bit like a steam room in here. So I start off by doing that, but then to collect my sweet peas, what I like to do is bring, like I said, a bunch of vases with me, fill them up with water and just fill them with sweet peas, and then put them in the house, because it is such a glorious scent and it's so strong. And I've got these lovely little like chintz vases that I got from Amazon, and they make such a lovely little trio in the lounge. So I reckon I'm going to have a good bunch. Now, because it's been so hot in here and I've been AWOL for the most part of the week, a lot of things had suffered in my greenhouse because it got so hot. I like to come and open the door and get it like drenched in here. My mint really suffered, but I've given everything a good water and a bit of a feed as well, so it should come along nicely. But if it's not looking perfect in here, that's why. Sometimes life means you don't get the time in your greenhouse, and I don't mind. This is something that I always say is not supposed to make me feel bad, it's supposed to make me feel good. And coming in and refreshing it and giving it a new lease of life in here actually makes me feel very accomplished and takes away any of the pressure as well. So I'm gonna head out and pick some more sweet peas. I promise, I'm not going to pick sweet peas in every vlog, but it just brings me so much joy and I just love sharing it with you, so I hope you don't mind. My corn is very far behind, by the way. I did get it out. Things are taking such a long time to establish themselves. I'm only just starting to get courgettes on my golden courgettes. I lost my black beauties, they just didn't do well. I've got some courgettes coming through. Actually, we could probably have some lovely courgette. This one's been munched just a little bit, but I reckon we can chop the ends off and have some of that in our dinner this evening. But the sweet peas are the real vibe at the moment. And what I want to do is pick them so that when I come back, everything is like in bloom again. So I want to get as many off of the sweet peas as possible. There is nothing like fresh sweet peas in your home. Honestly, it's like sitting here, having a cup of tea in the morning and smelling these just wafting around the room is pure joy. And these little vases look so cute on Princess Diana's table. Look at that, just an injection of colour. I definitely think that the Windsor ones are the most sort of healthy and prolific, and they're a lot bigger as well, whereas the pink and William and Catherine are a little bit more delicate. The white is doing well as well, but oh, I just love this. Now, do not judge my hair. I am having a pamper hair moment. So I've got Philip Kingsley elasticizer on the ends, which has kind of dried out a little bit now, but I also do these things for my scalp as well, and I pop on a really good scalp oil. Now, this is not an ad, but my goodness, if you haven't tried, I've got a hair on my face, where is it going? Whoa. If you haven't tried, first of all, before I get into these, I actually started using their shampoo sheets after Carrie tried them, and she was like, I was so skeptical, I really didn't think that this was going to be that good, and she started using them to like go to the gym and traveling and things like that. And so I was like, I'm going to give these a go. Like, I really don't think that they're going to be right for me, they're not going to lather up enough. Oh my goodness, they are so good. So then I picked up their matcha hair oil. This is their dose 0, and each dose contains a rich blend of matcha, castor oil and rosemary oil. Now, if you're not on TikTok, you might not know, but rosemary oil is one of those ingredients that has just gone viral. But also castor oil is so good for the health of your hair, and I have definitely learned over the years that your scalp is just as important as the ends of your hair and hydrating your scalp, because I have a really, really sensitive scalp. And these are insane. They come in a single dose, which I love, although I often use 2 because I have to just go extra with these things. And you just twist off the top like this. I love the little green colour, obviously. And you just twist it off like so. And then I just use it like this. So I just sort of separate my hair in bits and just massage it into my scalp. I put it through the ends of my hair as well, because it's got so many ingredients that like really work for the ends of your hair as well. But for me, this is such a game changer. I love throwing like a scattering of these in my Pilates bag if I'm going to farmhouse. I throw the shampoo sheets in as well, which are so good. I actually don't think you realise how good they are. Just takes the faff out of like travelling, but also if you're going somewhere and you're only taking hand luggage, shampoo sheets does not contribute to your liquids allowance as well, which I just think is amazing. So anyway, I just kind of push this through my hair like this and massage it into my scalp to get as much coverage on my scalp as possible. So my hair looks a little bit funny now, but I'll pop it either in a bun or a braid until the morning, and then I'm going to wash my hair. I just love a little sort of pamper, especially after having my hair done. I think my hair really drinks up these kinds of things, and I actually think that doing this straight after having my hair colour has actually helped with the recovery of my hair as well over the years. I just kind of massage it in like this. It's lovely, and you can use one of those little scalp ujjanis as well if you want to, just to help disperse the product. You can use as many of the doses as you want. I mean, I've got a lot of hair, so getting it all over is important, but it's just one of those things that I think we often think about the ends of our hair, but being able to put the oil on my scalp and on the ends of my hair. Also, by the way, their original hair oil is the one thing that my mum comes to my house and goes, I need some more of that rehab oil. I think this is one of those brands that's going to be really disruptive to the market. You know how like brands like Tala have disrupted the like activewear market? I think that Rehab is going to be one of those brands, like Gymshark, Tala. I think this could disrupt the hair market massively, and I just love working it through. Now it looks a little bit gross at the moment, but what I will do is pop it up into a bun, just a loose bun, nothing too sort of perfect, because I want to get an early night tonight. I'll link it down below, by the way, just in case you want to try it. But it's one of those brands that I'm very, very intrigued by. And naturally, I thought I'd tell you about it. So bun up, I'm gonna get myself ready for bed now, and I shall see you guys in the morning. I've got Pilates, so I want an early night. I want to feel refreshed. I've got some new Pilates wear to wear, and yeah, so I'll see you in the morning. Also, this brush. You can see how much it's been used, okay? Look at that. This is my favorite brush of all time. Sorry for all of the hair in it, but that is real. If you're growing your hair, if your hair is damaged and you want a gentle hairbrush on your hair, this is the most gentle of them all. You're not gonna use this to put your hair up or put back like a sleek bun. It's not gonna be strong enough for that, but for just brushing your hair on a day-to-day basis, this is the absolute best. So I thought I had to mention it because you can see I love it. Good morning. I just had to let you know that nothing makes me happier than past me hooking future me up. I laid out my Pilates kit last night, fresh with a Lilysilk cashmere cardigan. If you don't know, I live in cardigans, and this is by far one of the softest. In fact, I would say that this rivals like many of the top tier brands like Laura Piana when it comes to the softness of their cashmere. So putting this on in the morning is like a bit of a hug and a treat. This is their new ivory round neck, as you can see from me removing my hair. I have been wearing it a lot. Also, excuse my voice, it's early. But I have 3 different discount codes for Lilysilk, and I'm going to be showing you some lovely pieces from them. Just look at that colour. But my discount codes are Millen LS20, which will get you 20% off everything, and then Millen LS25, which will get you 25% off orders over £480, and Millen LS30, which will get you 30% off of orders over £700. But I need to hurry up and get dressed, so I'll pop all of the links to my Lilysilk pieces in the description box down below, along with my codes. And this is the outfit. I've actually popped the cardigan over my shoulders. It is so soft. I honestly don't know why we stopped doing this, because as someone who is always cold, just having something over my shoulders like this is actually quite a functional thing. Like, I actually didn't realise how much warmth just having something over your shoulders like this affects your sort of heat. So yeah, I've got that over my shoulders, but I can pop it on, and I've teamed it with a little sort of mocha colour set, which I think really complements the ivory. But again, my code is Millen LS20, Millen LS25 and Millen LS30. They're all down there. They're all down in the description box, but I need to get to Pilates and I'm taking the new car.
Oh, Kirkjean or whatever. Yeah. There's all Francis Kirkjean.
Where do I buy that from then? I've never even had that. I appreciate it. No, so push it in. Good. Push up as much as you can. Good. From here, slowly draw the navel in. Keep that nice stick out and slowly come down vertebrae, vertebrae. Really lightly. Good. And 5. Good, and 8. Really nice here. Good for 7. Good, so now we have inhale to take it out. Slowly resist commit. Good, we're here for 10. Good, and 6. I love that. Okay, good, I take it back. That's all I know how to do with that thing. Okay, we're here for 8. Come on back. Good, bend that arm and knees, come in, stay low here. Push out, straight leg all the way up. 3, 2, 1. Lift all the way up. Good back. That's good. Good. And 9. And 9. Very good. That'll cool it down. Good, and 7. Get ready to hold in tiny pulses here for 10, 9, 8. It's one of those, the moment you stop to start again as well, it's so tough.
I promised Ali that I would make it back in time to go for a dog walk. Sorry, I've had sunnies on my nose. Amazing Pilates class, so happy, and Vic has arrived to start doing the grain boarding on the walls. So we've got our grain boarding from Burgess Reclamation Yard. If you've ever seen grain boarding, whether it's at farmhouse or at someone else's house, I guarantee you they got it from Burgess, and ours has actually come from an old stately home. I've got the pictures and everything, so if I can insert them, I will. That's the sound of him. I'm gonna quickly pop on a shirt and another cardigan, and then we're gonna go for a dog walk. Well, we made it out for a walk. And I would say that this is the only time of the year where I think that the fields maybe don't look as beautiful as normal, but it's all about appreciating the fact that it's still a process and still part of nature and farming. And so you can try and find the beauty in it, but it's just visually maybe not so beautiful. Isn't that right, Barkley? Isn't that right? Come on, boo-boo. No, wrong way.
Okay.
Barkley.
Good boy.
Good boy. Ears forward. Oh yeah. It's never a dull day in the countryside. This little madam just pounced out on us. Scared Porter and Barkley. Yes. It is a very, very glorious morning. Probably perfect temperature morning in my books. Slightly sort of light, fluffy cloud dusting over the sun. This is the Lydia Millen weather report, if you didn't know. It's not too hot just yet, but kind of just right, which is good walking temperature. However, we do always say there's this one point on our dog walks that when we get to it, every time it gets warmer. That's why we have layers on. Cardigans for if it's cold, shirts for if it gets mildly cold, and then we take it all off when it gets hot. We're just getting to the gate where everything gets warmer, and I'm about ready to take my shirt off. You okay? It is absolute carnage at our house. The Nicholson's team are here, just giving everything a bit of a prune up, and oh my goodness, the grain board is in the building. This has been provided by Burgess Reclamation Yard, and this is what's going to be going up on the walls in the gym, just to give it that sort of basement, country feel. It is the perfect place, and actually, like I said, I'm going to put on screen where this has actually come from because it's been reclaimed. As much as possible, we're using reclaimed materials in the house, and Burgess is the best place to go for those things. So very happy. Right, we are down in the basement now, and we have some progress. We have the grain boards on the walls. This is just to get an idea of how it's going to look. We'll be finishing off the skirting and seeing what we'll do with that. We've got one grain board on the ceiling, but it means I can take a sigh of relief because it's coming out exactly how I want it. It looks perfect. I can't wait to see this come together. Vic is working in the games room, but we've just been talking about basically what we're going to do with this understairs cupboard, because I think what we are going to do in the long run is use this as more wine storage. So we're going to have this grain boarded. I think we're going to have this architrave removed, and we're going to have some oak sort of posts added in. Grain board the interior, and then add some either champagne or wine storage just for underneath here, because there's a nice amount of space here to utilise, and we've had all of the brick continued through. So I think if we have like a crittle door on here, it will actually make it a bit of a feature, but not like a main feature, just something you see either from the gym or if you're popping to the bathroom, and it will make us like a nice space, but we don't need to put like really expensive wine storage in there, and it's kind of an overflow from the bar. As you can see, there is a lot of grain board now. This is just amazing that where this has come from. So I'm so excited to see this come together, but they are using the games room for all of their hard work today. Lumi, It's all go today, it's all go. Okay, whilst we've got some peace and quiet, I thought I would show you some of the new in pieces from Lilysilk, including my beloved cardigan, and this is a cut above all of my other cardigans. I love it for wearing with outfits just like this. I popped on a simple white dress because every single one of these cardigans looks spectacular with a simple white dress, and I don't know about you, but I am living in simple white dresses at the moment. But cardigans have probably been my saving grace this entire like spring summer, because it's been so unpredictable. I think just having a wonderful cardigan, whether it's draped over your arm, over your shoulders, I even sometimes just drape it over my handbag, it's been transformative for someone like me who gets quite cold over the shoulders. I've said this to you before, when I had the girls from Organised over to help with organising my dressing room, the one brand that they kept picking up going, what brand is this? Oh my goodness, was Lilysilk. Because the quality of Lilysilk is like, that's really their USP, is like making that high level, like Laura Piana-esque fabric, but making it at a much more sort of reasonable price point. Now, because these are exceptional fabrics and fibres, there is still going to be a little bit more to it, a little bit of a higher price point, but nothing like where usually things with this kind of softness and quality would like sit. And I know I said it earlier, but this is like, this is just unbelievable for me, being able to wear a dress and then just when there's a chill in the air, pop a little cardigan over my shoulders like this, whether you knot it like so. I know there's a better way to knot things. It's been transformative for my wardrobe, I cannot lie. I'll link this one down below. This is a more classic ivory, and I actually choose these over like workout tops. I will wear a cashmere jumper to Pilates now. It feels kind of ballet-esque anyway, and that's what Pilates makes me feel like. But this one over dresses, even if you want to actually put it on, I know, shock horror, putting something on. But, and the other thing I love about this is, first of all, the branding is near on impossible to see. It's just a very, very subtle tonal thread on the lower area of the cardigan there. So really, really beautiful silk thread just popped there. So no branding, love. I love wearing it like this. With a dress like this as well that doesn't have a very, very sharp waist, you can go for a longer cardigan as well. But something like this is my dream. So for me, this is like summer vibes in the best possible way, but also something that is going to see you into autumn, because we often have quite mild autumns in England. September, October, it's really like, it doesn't really cold snap. We don't really get the cold snap until like December, usually more like January. So we can get away with more layering pieces. I love these layered over shirts as well as it starts to get colder. But for summer, I am literally just constantly with a beautiful cardigan with me like this. And I think ivory is the first one that I'm going with, because I think it's super important to have a classic, whether that's black or ivory, and this one is perfection. And the details on it, this is the only cardigan I know that has, I think this is like a silk, like grosgrain, but it's like silk. So what that does is it keeps the shape of the button area, like that button lapel, it keeps its shape so it doesn't stretch. That is incredible. And also the stunning horn buttons as well, but these are more of a like blonde horn. Again, really, really beautiful. But of course, you can wear it as well. You don't just have to, you know, pop it on like me. Wearing it like this, you can even pop like a belt with it, that kind of thing. But of course, it comes in other colours as well. You want to add a little bit more to an outfit, so you're wanting to maybe give it a bit more of a preppy feel, classic up the white dress a little bit more. You cannot go wrong with a Breton stripe. So this is a navy and ivory Breton stripe, perfect for over a dress like this. Again, you can knot it, you don't have to. I quite like it left hanging down sometimes. It still goes with those warmer tones as well, but just adds a little bit more detail and a little bit more pattern to the outfit. So if you don't want to be quite so plain, but also this with like white shorts and a polo shirt, Oh my goodness, such a gorgeous outfit. In fact, I'm taking this with me in a couple of weeks, and I'm thinking like a linen shirt with white linen shorts and this over the top, tan accessories. Absolutely brilliant, and I love it with this dress. The fabric again is that same Lilysilk quality, and you know that I just wear my pieces non-stop. Like every single day I wear Lilysilk of some kind, and it's become one of those brands that is almost like a staple for classics but also quality. So if you're going to like places like H&M, you might get your classics, but the quality of these with the silks, the cashmere, all of the best, it's always Lilysilk for me. No scratching, oh my gosh, I love it so much. So that's the stripe, and then this is the charcoal grey, and it has this like subtle fluffiness to it as well, which you kind of tend to get with cashmere in general, but it gives such a softness to the silhouette. It doesn't give it any harsh lines, so you get this little subtle soft haziness around your sort of outline, which I think with like pearls and things like that always gives a real like softness to the look. So this is the charcoal. I think this will also look really wonderful with a pair of trousers that I've got from Lilysilk as well. Maybe with like a t-shirt underneath and the suit trousers. It'll give kind of Julia Roberts, Notting Hill vibes. But as you can see, so many different cardigans and so many perfect options to just change up a white dress to something a little bit different. There's one other cardigan which is more of like a different style, and it's got a V-neck, and this is one of my favourite sort of shades from Lilysilk, because this one matches my famous cashmere two-piece. So it means that I can pop maybe like a vest top, cashmere joggers, and this, and have this over my shoulders. Really great for traveling, but just general day-to-day comfort. If you don't want to wear like tracksuit bottoms at home, that kind of thing, you can go for cashmere bottoms instead, and they always look lovely. But this one is a really good one for wearing with white dresses. This is probably my favourite shade of cardigan to go for, because it's that muted, earthy, natural tone that I think personally complements my skin tone quite well. I do say so myself, but also just adds dimension to the outfit. So I absolutely love all of those. Oh my goodness, this is so chic. This top is pure silk. I love the sleeves, and I love the balance that it creates with the shorts as well. I mean, you can wear like tighter fitting tops with the shorts as well, but I feel like with this belted in at the waist like this, it's so pretty. I genuinely feel ready for summer, and it's a good job because summer has just arrived. Now this is obviously one of Lilysilk's 100% silk tops. It's got sort of like a boat neck to it, so slightly more open, really classic and elegant. I think with like a necklace of sorts. Oh, here's one I prepared earlier. Little gold necklace just for detail. Obviously you can go hat or sunnies, whichever you prefer, to be honest. I've gone for a wicker basket bag because I feel like it goes really nicely with the hat as well. I can't believe how gorgeous this is. Such a pretty top. And this could be worn with trousers as well in autumn, winter. So you're getting something that's going to work in summer, but also work into the cooler months as well. Love it, absolutely love it. As it gets chillier, you can obviously, I don't know how I'm going to do this. You can also go in with the cable knit cardigan as well over the top, just to add another layer, and also for convenience, because as the temperature changes, I've definitely noticed that it's slightly darker in the mornings, about 5 o'clock, but I'm just pretending like ignorance is bliss with this. But really lovely, such a classic piece. Is this the first Lilysilk two-piece suit? They also do a skirt version, but these trousers look as if they were tailored to perfection for me. I actually couldn't get a better leg length than this in a pair of trousers. Now they also come in with the matching jacket, but the thing about this suit is it's the fabric that is basically like you're getting a personal tailor level quality fabric and style of suit, but off the rack. Because this is, I can't actually believe this is a mix of 49% wool, 48% linen, and 3% mulberry silk. So this is a wool linen and silk blend fabric suit, which I have one, which is from my tailor, and the colours and the tones in this is what is truly spectacular. I hope you can see that, because there's like touches of almost like a forest blue green. There's also a little bit of orange in there, taupe, chocolate. So this is a really versatile piece. You can kind of pick any of those colours out of the fabric and go to town on them. Now I wanted to show you it over this silk top as well, because I think this is such a chic look, and you could easily do ballet flats with this, like no issue, or like a kitten heel. Oh my goodness. You can go to town. This could be like a really sort of business. Now I've just popped it with some Aran sandals because I love a suit with Aran sandals, but you could easily go for something much more formal with this. It is absolutely stunning, but you could also pare back the top as well. So you could go for maybe like a cami or something like that. I can't get over how well this fits. Oh my goodness. And it fits on my shoulders as well, which I love. This is so versatile and so comfortable, and also just a blooming useful fabric to have in your wardrobe. Something that is going to have warmth, but also like a sort of casual feel, but also comfort. This is incredible. Like I said, it comes in a pencil skirt as well, but these trousers completely stole the show for me. I am so impressed. I think that Lilysilk started as well when I first started working with them, which has been a good few years now, and obviously to have worked with them on design collaborations as well, it's just incredible. But these kinds of pieces, to be putting this out there in the market with such incredible fabrics, it's a testament. Such an incredible brand. Another piece in my favourite colour from Lilysilk. This is sort of like a polo neck, cashmere polo neck. So again, really good for like transitional seasons and months, but with these trousers, I feel like I look a little bit like Grace Kelly-esque, but obviously not the face, just the outfit. I'm not blowing my own trumpet, I swear. But I love how classic this is, and the tones are so very me. I love these more muted, rich and earthy tones, but when you look closer, there's so much detail to the fabric, and I think that's what I really like, that sort of detailed element. Got a little pop of colour in there as well, but for me, so good, so good. Now this is where Lilysilk gets bougie, and I love it, because this might look like your standard sort of cashmere roll neck, like sleeveless top. Might look like it, but no cashmere here. This is 100% pure silk, and I think Lilysilk, if the design team are listening, you're gonna have to make a pair of trousers that go with this set, because I would love, absolutely love, a lounge set in this. I know it'll be expensive, but I'm willing to pay for it. I am willing to pay for it, and it comes in black as well. But what I love about the detailing on this is this seam down the front. I love these kinds of seams when it comes to knitted pieces, and it goes really beautifully with the suit as well. So if you're in the market for maybe a classic suit, something just to have as a staple in your wardrobe, I love a suit because you can use different pieces. Like the trousers go beautifully on their own, the blazer goes beautifully on its own, but then they can be worn together so spectacularly. Obviously this 100% silk polo neck, which quite honestly I feel like the bougiest person in the world right now, goes beautifully in black as well. Gonna need some trousers in that too, just as an FYI. But you can of course add other items to layer up, whether that's with this more oatmeal cardigan over the shoulders. You don't have to go straight to the jacket, or you can go ivory as well. I think the ivory looks so beautiful as like a sort of two-piece look to it. I have to say, this little ensemble is very, very lovely and very, very comfortable. Wow, oh my God, I love these trousers and I love this outfit. I never even thought about putting like a cardigan with some suit trousers like this. So good. But then obviously you can wear your silk, your wonderful silk roll neck with the suit as well, because it's not got the sleeves, so that'll be really nice and comfortable. And obviously the suit is fully lined as well, and the seam detail down the front just adds a little bit of intrigue to it as well. Oh my goodness. Very, very nice. I feel like I need my hair up with this. My hair is like overwhelming me at the moment, but I will link all of these items in the description box down below. I did just want to show you some other ones, but I feel like if I style these up, I might actually melt, because it is so warm at the moment, and if I start putting like shirts and vests on top of each other, I will actually melt like a snowman. So, but all of those colours that I've shown you, they also come in these vests, which look so lovely, with like a popped collar underneath, and then a blazer over the top. So think this crisp white collar with this, with the blazer over the top. Oh my goodness. I'll link these down below as well, along with my discount codes, which, just as a reminder, my discount codes are Millen LS20, that will get you 20% off everything. Then it is Millen LS25, which will get you 25% off of orders over £480. This is testing my memory. And then there is Millen LS30, and I'm not gonna be able to tell you what that one's for. It's 30% off of orders over £700. I will pop all of the details in the description box down below, along with the full breakdown of the outfits, so that you can shop. And I honestly think that these are such great pieces that are going to see you through into the next season, with quality fabrics, innovative design, which Lilysilk is so incredible for. And honestly, having worked with them on my own collection of pieces that I designed, which did amazingly, by the way, I'm so grateful for the support. I know how incredible they are, and how trusting they are, and how professional and wonderful, and just, it was such a joy. There was so much freedom in the design process. So yeah, I feel like you're gonna love this one. So I've popped all of the links down below. I actually have to show you some other favorites that have just arrived. Oh my goodness, this fragrance from Clive Christian is probably my most favorite from the brand ever. Oh, and that is something. It was such an interesting journey with this fragrance. So first of all, the name itself is crabapple blossom. So we've got crabapple trees on our terrace, and their blossom is one of our favourite features of our garden. However, I don't think I've ever come across a fragrance that has crabapple in it, or that is like so prominent in it. I totally didn't know what to expect, so I gave it a spritz, and instantly I was like, and if you test it, I would definitely suggest testing it, but your instant first impression is, oh, it smells like a sexy, fresh, clean gentleman. But give it a couple of seconds, and as it settles, it like evolves into this quite sweet, summery, I don't even know how to explain it in terms of like what I know as a fragrance, but it's like, it's got a freshness to it, but still those like undertones of sweetness and summer. But because it's so rich, I almost think that this is going to be one of those fragrances that transcends summer. And I think that this will go really beautifully into autumn in a more sensual way as well, but still keeping that sweetness. Oh my goodness. I put it on last night and I went to bed, and it was just something that I smelt first thing in the morning. And I was like, wow, first of all, it's lasted all night. Second of all, oh my goodness, the fragrance was beautiful to wake up to. But that's the thing about Clive Christian fragrances. You need 1-2 squirts, that's it. And then you're gonna get the real beauty of the fragrance without overpowering people and overpowering yourself. But oh my goodness, this is my absolute #1 at the moment, and it has been a long time since I have said that, but this is incredible. And then I've had a delivery from Sapphire, and wow, it's like they've created the things that I needed in my brain. So first of all, the clip in my hair is Sapphire, so this is like a more dressy, ornate and small clip, so perfect for my little half up, half down styles that I love so much. But I usually do it with like a little elastic band underneath, and then the beautiful clip. Now this is more of a brushed gold, I would say. It's not like the shiny gold of their other things. I'd love a shiny gold one, sapphire if you're planning on doing it. And then they also do these like hair bands. Now this one I think will work on my half up, half down. I've wanted something that isn't a clip, that can be a little bit more dressy, fit in my hair, and these are perfect. This for like a ponytail will be so lovely, and this for my half up, half down I think is going to work really beautifully as well. So I'll link those down below, but these are just some little bits and pieces that have been making me smile in my wardrobe, and like almost answering the prayers that I didn't know I needed. We've got a very grumpy Lumi. What are you grumpy about now? What are you grumpy about? You grumpy because Daddy's door's closed? Yeah, she's grumpy because Daddy's door's closed. I'm not sure I've ever shown my feet this close up before.
Yeah, maybe you show the other foot. This one, not the other one's better.
You think I've got one foot better than the other?
No, I just think I did a better job on your toe on the other one.
So you're not saying that I have an ugly foot and a pretty foot?
No, it's the toe on the other one looks better.
Is that top coat? Yeah. Okay, so, and we have 3 coats of marshmallow on my toes, and that's also what I have on my fingers. We haven't done my hands just yet. We're going to take the old polish off and give it a bit of a refresh. The pretty toe, apparently. What is it about it that makes it pretty?
I just prefer this one.
You have a favourite toe?
I just prefer this one.
Fresh nails, oh my goodness, so perfect. I have no idea, like I actually can't put into words what a fresh set of nails does to me. It is like, I just feel like, you know, like a mime where they like use the hands or like, meh, 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 meh. That's what I feel like. And I've also got fresh toes, just in time for the fresh summer rain. Now there is a difference between summer rain and the rain that we have been having in England recently, and this is lovely. This is what we need. It needs to like cool things down a little bit, regulate the heat, water the garden. The rain that we've been having previously, not so much. So this is very welcomed. But also, if you haven't realised, we are going on holiday tomorrow morning. When you are watching this, we will already be back, so don't worry. But we're going on holiday tomorrow. And so we're in sort of like a blind panic mode because we need to just pack everything. And I've treated myself to a new Elizabeth Arden ceramide cream. I also need to take all of my supplements with me, and I also need to grab my book that I'm going to read. I'm going to take The Salt Path with me, although I do have 2 books to choose from, don't I? The Authenticity Project or The Salt. I'm going to take The Salt Path because that was what I was planning on reading first, and then I'll do the Authenticity Project, and I can do that when I get back. I'm just packing up the last few bits into my toiletries bag. I love this so much. This is probably not the time of day or the light for me to be talking about this with you, but I don't know whether you've noticed, but I have been wearing a lot less makeup in the last few weeks. And I don't know whether it's just me, but since I switched to the Allies of Skin Copper Tripeptide, which by the way is in my to come with me toiletries bag, I feel like my skin just seems to be healing, looking just a lot more balanced. Like any sorts of areas like where I had the breakout and the hormonal breakout, all of those kinds of areas just seem to have like balanced out a lot more. My skin just feels a lot better. At the moment, I've just got a tiny little bit of concealer under my eyes, and I did put some of my lip liner on, but I've had dinner, so I think I probably ate whatever I had on my lips anyway. And instead of putting mascara on, I am just curling my lashes and leaving them. I might put a little bit of like clear mascara on or something like that, but other than that, I'm getting very bizarrely comfortable with not wearing makeup. Like even like not wearing full foundation is what I mean. Like a little bit of something to brighten under my eyes is not full foundation. And it's so weird because I've edited back the Lilysilk part of the video and I'm like, wow, I would never have felt comfortable filming like all of those really put together pieces normally with my skin previously. But now I don't know whether it's because I've got used to my skin, or whether it's just like my age and my skin balancing out, or whether it is the products that I'm using. But I don't want to be the person that joins up the dots here, but it does seem like in the last few weeks I've really reached a point where I'm like, I like my face when I don't have a full face of makeup. Dare I say it? I think I might actually prefer it. Like when I put on makeup nowadays, first of all, if I wear a hat, it's taken off of my forehead anyway. If you kiss someone in the wrong way, like in terms of like on the cheek, half of your makeup has come off anyway. And it's just one of those things that I can't be bothered to think about or worry about. So I've started doing a lot less on my face, and now I'm at this point where I'm like, oh, I think I like my face more. I mean, sometimes if I've not had a good night's sleep, that can change. But this product has been so beautiful. Like honestly, one of those products that I really didn't think was gonna have the impact that it did on my skin. And so it's definitely coming in my travel bag. I've got my supplements as well, which I think diet and supplements and things like that will also be playing a huge part on these things. And I'm just gonna put some lip balm on. I think that's gone off. Because that's not supposed to be that colour. Oopsie daisy. But yeah, it's definitely a weird journey to go on now, where I'm at this point where I think I might actually start wearing less makeup, like on not just an at-home basis, but like when I am going out, like less on my skin and just letting my skin do its thing. Because I like the way that my skin looks without stuff on it, but I never used to feel that way. I used to think, oh my gosh, I need to cover everything up and it needs to be perfect. But the more I'm like this and look at myself like this, the more comfortable I get. Let me know if I'm the only person going through this. I love to know that there are other people that might be experiencing this, but it might just be an age thing. Like, I'm 36 and I don't know, I feel more comfortable in myself. And so I almost think, I don't know, brain farts of the evening. Also, I'll show you an update of downstairs as well before I get myself into bed, because we have an early wake up call tomorrow. So weird seeing this almost resembling like, you know, all right, so that's a little bit of a tip in there, but it's almost resembling like a finished area now. But this is where we have got to in here. So if you think about it, obviously ignore the brown paint, but like it will be a little sort of grain board extravaganza in here. So what they're doing is they're doing the ceiling first, so that when they butt these parts up to the ceiling, you won't see the jaggedy edge of the ceiling. So it's sort of been pieced together like a puzzle. It will also be framed in grain boarding here. We're getting a smaller TV just to cover up there so that we can actually use our mirrors in here. There's so much space now that there's not like a massive TV there. And then we're going to have some wall lights, which I think is going to be lovely to have on a dimmer, so that when I do yoga and bits and pieces like that, we also will have the shock absorbing mats that we had before put back down in this area as well. So for weightlifting and things like that, should all be good. And then we also had some down the back too. So yes, this is the last I'm going to see of the room like this, I would imagine that when I get back, it's going to look pretty finished in here, which is exciting and slightly nerve-wracking. Because it looks really bad with this very warm brown paint, but you've just got to trust the process. Also, with regards to the staircase, I asked on Instagram what people thought in terms of using a white colour to complement the drop cloth. And a lot of people have said Portland stone, which is actually what we have on our thresholds upstairs. So I will definitely be getting a sample of that to see what that looks like alongside the walls, but also if we have this all stripped back, which I think Mr. Millen Gordon is quite set on having that done. So yeah, it's going to be quite the project. Well, my outfit is all laid out for the morning. I've got my vintage Hermes belt, a little Theory white dress, and then this is a little sneak peek of something that Lilysilk and I have been working on that I'm going to be taking with me on my flight to keep me warm, because I always get cold on flights. But that is that. We are heading on holiday. Oh my goodness. I've got my out of office on, although no one ever gets any emails from me anyway because I'm terrible at emails. But we are heading on holiday, proper holiday, not a work trip, proper holiday. We're going with our friends that we went to Italy with last year, but this time we have a birthday whilst we're there, so it should be really lovely, although I've left Ali in charge of the birthday gift and card, and now I have all of the fear. But no, we're going with our friends because we went last year. Do you know what it was? We ended up going to a wedding, and we ended up tacking on a trip somewhere that we'd wanted to stay in Italy for such a long time, and we realised that we wanted to do more sort of cultural things on our holidays now and experience different towns and areas of Europe, not necessarily like cool places, if that makes sense, just places that have a little bit of something to it. So even just when we went on the press trip recently to Saint-Emilion, I think that that is exactly one of those places in France that gives you that sense of like authenticity that we were looking for. And Italy is exactly the same. However, where we wanted to stay in Italy this year, we couldn't actually, it was fully booked. So we're not going there. We are going to another area of Tuscany. Like I said, by the time you're watching this, I'll already be back, but we're really looking forward to it, spending some good time with our friends. It's the same friends that we went away with last year, the same friends that we went on our Scottish road trip with, and I just think it's really lovely, you know, like when you found friends that you can do this with and you can just book somewhere and you know that you're going to have an amazing time. So we're really, really looking forward to it. Also, it's going to be a little bit more active, so I've packed my riding stuff. I've also packed my workout gear. Ali has packed tennis, golf, and I believe quad biking as well. There's also going to be like wine tours and things like that, so I think it's going to be right up my street. But we've got an early morning tomorrow, so I am going to bid you farewell, remind you of all of my Lilysilk codes, and also to keep an eye out for future things that are coming. It also comes in green. I'll link every item in the description box down below. I will pop my discount codes down there, and I will see you guys in my next video.